Nathan Spinelli, Pharmacy Brute. Today we're going to be talking about sugar and how wonderful sugar is, except that it's not wonderful because it causes things like diabetes, obesity, diabesity, those two go together, it's like Hollywood, and high blood pressure, maybe cancer. Now, the problem with artificial sweeteners, like we've been talking about in the blog, is that artificial sweeteners, they suck. They taste really nasty, and we don't really know about the long-term health complications that might be associated with them. So today let's talk about sugar and where we might get added sources of sugar that we might not always think about, and then of course the sources that we of course do think about. So the first source we're going to talk about today is little like snack bars. Now snack bars have not a ton of sugar in them depending on what kind you get. This particular brand has about 5 grams or 1 teaspoon. Now, it's important to note, ladies, that the AHA, the American Heart Association, only recommends about 6 teaspoons of sugar a day. That's only about 100 calories, which really isn't a whole lot. Now, for you gents, 9 teaspoons, which is about 150 calories. Also, really not a whole lot. So, ladies, if you have 6 of these a day, which I guess you could do, that would be pretty much your cap. And gents, just eat other food. There's better things you can do than these. Next, we've got a wonderful thing called yogurt. Now this yogurt, this particular yogurt, because it's light, has artificial sweeteners, which are nasty. But it also, even with the artificial sweeteners, has added sugar in it. This particular one has about 10 grams in the whole thing. So, again, not a lot, but you can't have probably more than 1 or 2 of these a day and not go over your quota. Next, we've got full sweetened yogurt. No artificial sweeteners here, but a lot of sugar. Matter of fact, it's got 26 grams of sugar in that. Men, you eat this, you're pretty much done. Ladies, you eat this, you've gone over your cap. Next, we've got things like tomato soup. Now, canned soups, you don't typically think of having sugar in them, but tomato soup especially can have sugar. Other types of soups may or may not have sugar. This can has about 20 grams of sugar in it, which, is about 5 teaspoons. So I know you're probably not going to be eating the whole can, but just be aware, soups like this do have sugar in them. Other things that you might find, bread. 2 slices of this bread has a teaspoon. Now, I think it's dumb that we have to put sugar in bread, but people want you to be addicted to white bread because it's, good. And it's like getting your sugar with your sugar because peanut butter has added sugar and so does 12 jellies, just sugar, right? Next thing we have, we all have had these once or twice. Unless you're running a marathon like right now, you don't need this. 54 grams of sugar in this whole thing, that's way too much. Especially for you sedentary folk that are sitting in the office, this is just too much sugar. You don't need this much sugar. And then of course we've got these guys. Now this guy has about 184 grams. That is a ton. And I'm not trying to tell you how much sugar you can have. We're not in New York. This is the USA. But this is a lot of sugar. And if you drink this whole thing in a day, that can really add up quick. 184 grams. So be very conscientious about where you're getting your sugar from and how much sugar you're getting. Thanks for watching.